Congratulations for being shit.
Thank
Well
you.
done for being shit, and well done for being shit. What was going on there? Where was the teamwork? Where was the spirit? Where was the communication? And what the fuck was going on?
What up, Bills Mafia? Tommy here, Mafia Sports Report. Figured I'd hang out with you while the game's still going on here. About 4 minutes to go. I'm probably a little behind here on the play. 4th and 16. Allen actually completes it to Khalil Shakir for a first down. Time is our enemy right now. 4 minutes to go. This game is pretty much over with. 23-6. Dolphins just have completely just dog walked us today. Embarrassing. Got to give credit to the Dolphins. They showed up. It's not all about just us and how poorly we played. But the Dolphins did do a good job today. And they did exactly what I feared teams would do, which is stop our run and dare us to beat them through the air. And we, once again, failed. We failed. And, yeah, say what you guys want about the trade deadline, but I told you guys we needed help in the passing game. And the only time this team looks good passing the ball, where this team actually looks like it's, the offense is actually humming. The passing game, that is when we go no huddle, is when we go up tempo. It's the only time this offense looks to be in any sort of rhythm offensively when it comes to the passing game. Raven for life. Is it just me or Allen has been playing? It's not. No, Raven. Let's not do that. Right? Let's not go there, bro. It has nothing to do with that, bro. It has to do with the bullshit that he has out there surrounding him. So let's dial it back a little bit. We don't have the best options here for him to go to. So I know you're a Raven fan, so you don't pay too much attention to the team, but it has nothing to do with that. That would be like saying same thing when Allen does commercials. Now he's all of a sudden he's not paying attention. Like, there's a lot of things we could do and say why somebody's playing poorly or not the best. And it's not like he's having a terrible year either. It's just he doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have good enough players around him. And right now it's showing. How do we play down to a 2-6 team? This whole team and the coach staff missed the flight. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Weird. It's like we're just out there. Like nobody. There was no effort today. It seemed like nobody. It just seemed like there was no energy from the team. Let's just get through this game. One of those games, and you can't do that, guys. You can't go through a season playing like this, playing down to your opponent. What are we doing here? This is a team where you should easily go into their house, a 2-6 team, and take care of business. Instead, 2-7 team. Patriots are winning. Yeah, listen, the division, I think that's a wrap, guys. At this point, we just got to hope that we get in the playoffs at this point. Because if we're losing to teams like the fucking Dolphins, bro, I can't even tell you guys anymore what I'm confident about moving forward, meaning teams that we should beat. Are you at this point? We have now lost to I won't even count the Patriots as a bad team, because the Patriots are, obviously, when I had that game circled on the schedule, I thought we were going to beat the Patriots, and we should have. We were at home, but they're actually playing even better than I thought. So minus them, we should have beat the Falcons, and we should have beaten the Dolphins today, and we didn't. So once again, we're just, I have no idea anymore on the schedule as far as what teams we should be able to beat, because we can't even beat teams like the Falcons. We can't beat teams like the Dolphins. What? These are two teams that are we should easily take care of business, and we're not. Sometimes it's not a year. We need more play. Yeah, and that's the problem, Cynthia. We had an opportunity to get more playmakers, and we chose not to. Right? We chose not to do anything at the deadline. And this is why I was so upset that Brandon Beane wasn't more aggressive at the deadline. And then the reports come out today that Miami was willing to give up Waddle for a first and a third, but they wanted next year's first, and we weren't willing to give up the 2026 first. It had to be in the 2027. Josh is now, of course, getting destroyed behind the line here. Just got sacked. This is bad, folks. Give me 1 second. Let me get a little background music here going here, so it's not too silent. But yeah, this is just flat out embarrassing. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, like I said, man, I had the only fear I had was these. The last two games we looked sharp. We were doing, we were going to a 22 personnel, which was looking good and promising. And then this game here, we go away from it, right? We don't go to it. The Dolphins did a good job on stopping or containing the run. Also, turnovers today really killed us. We lost that battle as well. I believe we are, or is it tied here? I know they have 2 interceptions. We have, I think we have actually three turnovers. Is that correct? Allen fumble, Cook fumble, and an interception. So yeah, not good at all. Get Josh out of the game. Yeah, at this point, who cares? There's 3 minutes to go. You don't want a situation like Daniels for Washington the other day, when obviously right now, I mean, it would take an absolute miracle to win this game at this point. 1st and 10, Buffalo has the ball. I don't know what McDaniel is bitching about on the sideline, but plays going on. Allen getting out of the pocket, flush out of the pocket. He's rolling. It's going deep, and it is a touchdown. It's to Hawes. And this streak could end, by the way, for Hawes. So every time Hawes gets 1 reception, we are undefeated. It is now 23-12. Going to go for an extra point here. And still down 10 points. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're just garbage touchdowns. Good to see Hawes get a touchdown there, though. But once again, it's a meaningless thing. Common miracles do happen, but not today, exactly. It's just not enough time. Not enough time. And you know what, too, man? Those drives, the long drive that started the third quarter for us, that killed most of the quarter, and then we threw an interception. At that point, I think it kind of almost sealed the deal. Just not a lot of time left. The way we were, and then the turnover just I feel like it just took the air out of the, just totally took the air out of the team. But it's 23-13. We're down 10, 3 minutes to go. We do have all 3 timeouts, but once again, the chances here are slim. We would need a very fast 3 and out here by the Dolphins, and obviously a very quick score, and then we would need probably an onside kick at that point. Not saying it's impossible, but chances are slim. And yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, we don't deserve to win this game. Obviously, I would love to win, but this was just a shit performance by everybody. I'm including Josh Allen on this. Here comes the onside kick, and it's going to be, looks like Ray Davis is actually going to do the onside kick here, and not the vet. So let's see what happens here. You guys are probably ahead of me, so you probably already know the outcome here on this onside kick. But Ray Davis is the one that's actually going for the onside kick here, or that's doing the onside kick. So let's see how this goes. I know you guys are ahead of me, so once again, you'll know the result probably before me, and the ball was well short anyways, but the Dolphins did jump on that. They got it. So there goes that, and the flag on top of that for the bad kick. So, yeah. Cali Blitz, McDummy saving the timeouts all of a sudden, yeah. Mikey will be on here as soon as the game ends. I very rarely do this, guys, where I jump on podcast a little bit early while the game's playing, but look, I'm not gonna, not going to sit through that misery. I might as well sit with other players. Enjoy talking to you guys about the misery I'm watching, because this is just a shit show. Absolutely embarrassed. I just don't know what needs to happen going forward. What needs to happen going forward should have already happened, which was we should have made a trade at the trade deadline, and we chose not to. So that ship has sailed. And at this point, to be totally honest with you, is hoping and praying for this team to somehow, figure it out. And I just don't think it's going to happen, guys. And it's weird because I'm not that kind of person. And maybe my mind will change. There's still a bit of games to go, but this is concerning. 100%. I think somebody asked me prior. It might have been Cali Blitz. I think it was Cali Blitz. Asked me in the pregame show, if we lose to the Dolphins, is it time to worry? Hit the panic button. Honestly, guys, yeah, it kind of is, man. You can't be losing the game. You can't lose games like this. And the way we lost is exactly what I feared on top of that, which was take our run game away. What are we, right? What can we do? Can we be effective still if our run game isn't going? And the answer is, wait for it, no. Nothing has shown me that this offense can be effective if our run game isn't going. So that's where we stand, right? We all knew this. At least the majority of fans understood that our receiving room was a problem. The only one that really didn't understand, I guess, apparently, is Sean McDermott and staff, right? They thought everything's all right, everything's okay. By the way, not only are we going to lose this game today, but we lost players, right? Key players in Dalton Kincaid, right, with a hamstring injury. Soft tissue injuries are a pain in the ass. Who knows how long he's going to be out for? That sucks. That's a huge loss. Obviously, Landon Jackson is out. Looks like something with a knee. Could be ACL. Who knows? But that one, not a big deal. He wasn't doing anything anyways. It adding to the misery of today. We're missing players now. And we got players banged up moving forward. Joey Bosa, you guys saw today, he wasn't as effective as he normally is because he's has his wrist in a cast, right? But they want you to believe that everything's okay here, right? That there was no need to be aggressive. And by the way, there's a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins. So that's 30-13. We got our ass whooped today. Okay. Plain and simple. And I don't know. Mikey was trying to be calm at halftime. He was trying to be somewhat positive. And I know Mikey at this point, and we talked about it, is just, he's just going through the motions of this season. And I think moving forward to, with this current coaching staff, which is really McDermott, do you expect anything less? Right? I mean, do you expect anything really that's gonna, you think he's gonna change his ways? Do you think this team's actually gonna do things differently? Of course not. Of course not. And Joe Brady, by the way, is not. I don't care what people say. He's just too inconsistent as an OC. He has things working for him the last two games, right? And he goes away from it this game again, right? We get Kincaid involved late, right? And then of course Kincaid gets hurt. Guess what? Now we got nobody to throw to, right? Nobody, right? And don't even start me with the whole touchdown at the end for Coleman. That's bullshit. It's not consistent. He wasn't consistent. We were trying to force him the ball early on. He wasn't making plays. And Pats win today too. So now we're, a game and a half behind. I know, touchdown Miami. Yep. By the way, still can't stop the run. clearly, right? A-Chain ran all over us there, especially at the end when we know they're running the ball, right? When we know we need to stop them, they're trying to kill the clock. We still can't stop the run, knowing they're running. It's like, I wonder if they keep Allen in here, knowing that this game is over with 3 minutes left. And no, he's out. He has his hat on. So here comes Mitch Trubisky. Imagine, I couldn't recall the last time Allen got pulled in a game that we weren't winning, right? This is rare, guys, that you see Mitch Trubisky in a game where we aren't winning, right? Usually you see Trubisky here at garbage time. We're way ahead. This tells you everything you need to know about how this game went today. The fact that Allen's on the sideline. Spin. Look at McDermott is just playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Miami needs to win so they don't get an early pick in the draft. Yeah, Spin has to see some positive light to it. This was all the game plan for the Buffalo Bills. We gave them that win. Right? Yeah, I like that Spin. Fire Brady immediately. Really, honestly, I wish that McDermott would go. I wish Brady would go as well. And I'm sure McDermott, once again, has his hands in the cookie jar with this offense. He wants this offense ran a certain way. And maybe this isn't even what Brady wants. However, there's still no excuse. You are the one that's calling the plays, right? And the fact that you, once again, go into a game and decide to do things differently than what was working the last 2 weeks tells me that you're just not the guy. It tells me that you don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. And it's mind-boggling. And we can go back to last season in the playoffs against the Chiefs when James Cook, who was running the ball effectively in that game, barely saw the field there at the end of the game. Once again, makes no sense, right? So who does that go back on? Is that Sean McDermott thing, or is that a Joe Brady thing? Right? So Brady's just at this point, I want him to go. But the problem is, even when you bring the next OC in, who will probably be a guy that's already a coach that's already on the team, will just get promoted, it'll be exactly what it is that you see now. This is what McDermott wants, this type of offense, and it just simply does not work. You're handcuffing Josh Allen. You're putting him in a box. You're giving him no receivers to work with on top of that. So not only are you boxing Josh Allen in, right, and saying, hey, we need you to stay in this box. We don't want you to do the stuff that, we know you can do because we want this offense ran a certain way. But on top of that, we're not going to give you any type of help, right? We're going to just give you these keep throwing these garbage receivers at you to work with. It's flat out embarrassing. Mikey's not here. Mikey, I decided to come on a little early because I couldn't just I just rather watch the shit show with the rest of the fan base here, rest of Bill's Mafia. Let me turn this music off real quick, this background. Give me 1 second, Mikey, and I'll get to you. But flat out embarrassing.
Why would you want to watch this with people?
Oh, just because people are watching, I figured, I watch it with everybody else here.
Fucking joke.
What a joke. What a, and I hate to keep going back, and I don't really want to because it's the past, but the trade deadline, once again, we didn't need anybody. I
don't think on today, no wide receivers changing what the fuck we did today.
Okay, today doesn't mean anything. How about the fact that moving forward, that you think the receiving room is going to get any better? This is what we got. There's nothing's changed.
Nothing.
But it doesn't mean you can't get help.
I'm not saying you can't get help, but we are more than a wide receiver away from making this thing look like we're.
I get that, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't have gotten help. And not only that, on top of that, Mikey, looking at the defense today and all the injury, like Bosa just out there with a fucking club on his hand, like. Mm-hmm. Then of course our rookie Landon Jackson's probably out for the season. I don't know yet, but that didn't look good. And it didn't matter anyways. He wasn't providing much, but you got Bale Inspector. We called up, didn't do anything. At least I don't recall him doing much today. Trey White didn't. Harrison got burned a little bit. I was glad to see him at least rebound with an interception. That was good. So I guess there was a little bit of positive to take away with Harrison with his bad
Bishop.
start.
Bishop looked
Cole
good today.
Bishop continues
Cam
to look.
had a rough day. Cam had a rough day.
Yeah.
But really, this all falls on the offense. This entire
dude,
game, you lay that at the
absolutely.
feet at the offense. Like, listen, our defense, we know what our defense is.
Yeah.
They kept you in the game until the late fourth quarter, and then things fell off. But at this point, you can't fumble the ball or turn the ball over 3 times and expect to win. You just can't.
No, you can't. And honestly, too, I think Joe Marino said it best. It's like this defense isn't good from playing from behind. It's just not built that way. And if we said it too, and that's why I kept telling you, if this team's only gonna go as far as Allen could take it, and meaning the offense, right? And it's just not good enough because he doesn't have enough weapons to go to. And now Kincaid's out, and who knows how long that's going to be. Hamstrings are tricky.
And he couldn't even put pressure on it. It was
right.
bad.
So our best weapon, or really our only true weapon in the receiving game at this point, because they can't really get Shakir involved for some reason anymore. This game just seems like, once again, it's just so Mikey, you're right. And I will say this too. It all for me, and maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm just overthinking it. It kind of started with that 4th down early in the game.
Oh God, yeah, and he
fourth and one,
and he punts the turnover.
Yep, and they go down, they score a touchdown, and it just seemed like from that point on, almost like the air was it was over with. It just felt like, you know what I mean? I almost felt like we're just here just to be here. Let's get out of here.
There was like you felt there was zero energy from top to bottom from snap.
Nothing.
McDermott went soft early.
Yep.
Almost like they expected Miami to just roll over and play dead.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And I'll say it like I said it before, man. Looking ahead at the schedule, I'm not even confident against teams that we should beat anymore. Like, and that's sad. So I don't even know who we should and should not beat anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we just beat the Chiefs, right? We're on a high. We're feeling like, okay, we just beat a good team, right? A team that was, considered a Super Bowl contender or whatever. And then we go and lose to a 2-7 team. So I have no idea. And then and also the Falcons lost, right? Falcons aren't a good team. The Patriots all scratch that one because they're playing good football and they're winning. So
they won again today.
Yeah, they won again today, did they? They beat Tampa, right?
Minus they just secured the onside kick. They win 20-23.
Exactly. So New England's doing what we should do. They're beating the bad teams, and we're not. And now they are a game and a half ahead, I believe.
Yep.
It's guys, I have to say at this point, it's pretty much just about getting into the playoffs at this point. I don't even know if we get the East this year. I really don't.
Not playing like the way we're playing, we're not.
I just don't see it. I can't even be confident in the games we have left, like the shitty opponent. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even say to you, oh yeah, we'll beat the Browns. You know what I mean? Like, I will we?
I've seen the Browns beat a couple good teams this year.
Right. But how we play is like, will we? I mean, it's. That was a good onside kick, by the way, by Tampa.
Yes, Allen didn't play his best, but I'm not going to put this all on Allen. It was just like, what happened to our offensive line?
Our offensive line was poor today.
But it's not just today. It's not just today. Like, what happened to our offensive line?
I don't think it's as bad as maybe you think, and I think Allen's a little bit to blame as well.
He's run into a couple sacks, but dude, Deion Dawkins got bullied by Bradley Chubb multiple times today.
I'll say this too: even though we beat the Dolphins the first time around, their game plan, even the first game, has been pretty effective. I gotta say, especially on defense, I think they kind of see where we're vulnerable. Mm-hmm. They clamp down the run, right, on defense. They do that very well. That's twice in a row that they slow down our run, and they force us to pass, right? And I don't know, man. That's the problem. That's the problem. And Atlanta did that too. slowed the run down, forced us to throw.
Listen, we were always built to be a quick score offense. Sean McDermott wanted to change that and wanted us to be a methodical ball control offense, and he's gotten what he's wanted, and it comes back to bite us when we get down.
Yeah, he's handcuffed. Yeah, I said that earlier before you came on. Like I feel like he's put Allen in his box, and not only did he put Allen in a box, but
he put the offense in the box.
Right, he also surrounded him with not very good talent. Like, so at least give him somewhat. You know what I mean? If you're going to do that, at least give him some weapons.
I don't want to say
I don't
say he
weapons.
didn't give him good talent. We don't have an alpha, and how he wants to run the offense is the issue.
I guess
Short
Coleman was
ball,
terrible today for the most part.
Yeah, short ball. Why we keep trying to feed Coleman is an ego-driven thing from McDermott and Bean saying, "Oh, we were right. You were wrong. He's not ready." Why do we keep trying to feed him out there? Why? Because we don't have anybody else.
Exactly. Well, there you go. That's my point.
What I'm saying, we don't have anybody else like actually to play. Like we're beat up in that room as well.
Yeah, and now that Kincaid's gone, it's like what do you do here? You know, who's your go-to now? Right now, I still say Shakir, but they're not playing him on the back. They're not playing him as a perimeter receiver. He's strictly a slot at all. And you're not going to get a lot. He's going to get his targets, but you know, it's going to kind of be what you see today. Right. So, I'm going to tell you right now, man, honestly, they're going to call up Gabe at some point because they're desperate.
Oh God, yes.
They're desperate.
And they think Gabe's going to be the answer.
And I know he's not, but at this point, I'm desperate, and I'm saying,
I would rather see Gabe than Shavers and Coleman.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm saying at this point, even though he's not the answer, like you said, I'm desperate enough to go, fuck it, bring up Gabe Davis because it can't hurt. Like we're that bad right now in that department. So, but you're right though. Today, I think it was a total team loss. It was a total team failure. I don't think it just lies on the coaching staff. I don't think it lies just squarely on the defense. So the defense was shit against the run today, especially at the end, knowing they're running and they still can't stop them. But the offensive line was okay. I didn't think they were terrible, but they were okay. James Cook fumbled, can't do that. He didn't have his best performance. Josh Allen, bad interception in the end zone, though Dawson Knox kind of
it looked like it was just a miscommunication.
Miscommunication, yep. But it still falls back on the quarterback.
Yep.
And so you had a long drive to start the quarter, eat all that clock, and it meant nothing. And that's the bad part of having this kind of offense that McDermott wants is you're kind of hurting yourself if you don't execute, meaning you don't get points on the board. So and not only that, Mikey, if you're playing from behind and you're doing these long drives and get nothing out of them, now you're really shooting yourself in the foot. Now you're really not helping yourself.
Like taking up the entire almost like
for nothing.
The third quarter and getting nothing out of it.
Getting nothing out of it.
Mafia, ABF.
Oh, Jay. Yes,
he
Jay
comes in and says, "What's up, fellas? I know it looks bad. We were also 10% last year making the playoffs, and we made it. It just looks worse. Still confident the team will make the playoffs. I'm still confident this team will make the playoffs too. Like I'm not. I wasn't ever like we're 6-3.
You're talking about the year before. That can't be last year. Last year we run the division like way early. So you're probably talking.
But like going in. Oh yeah, 2 years ago when we ran down Miami at the end. Like listen, we're 6-3. I do believe we're going to make the playoffs. I don't think we're going to win our division.
No,
but I do think we're going to make the playoffs. And I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not comfortable going on the road. I think and to try to get a win in the playoffs. I guess we'll see what happens. But Jesus, like this team. You don't know what you're getting week to week. Are we getting what we did against Kansas City, or are we getting what we showed up today?
You don't know what
we did against Carolina, or are we getting what we got against the Falcons?
Well, not only that, now you got injuries on top of that to finish this game out with key players gone, and that is even more scarier, right? Like I'm being honest with you. At least those guys, we had some players, healthy, like a healthier team that is. But you're missing you're missing Kincaid now for who knows how long.
We were missing Kincaid when we lost in one couple weeks ago too.
Moving forward, though, we're talking moving forward here. It's not good. Like And then also, was Joey Bosa hurt at the time?
No, but Joey actually played well today, considering
Yeah, but
what was going
still,
on.
Not good. And then Daquan's what? He was there, but he didn't play, but he could play, whatever
He did end up playing. He did end up playing.
Did he?
After Atlanta Jackson left, he ended up playing. He played more DN than he did D tackle.
Yeah. Benford was out today.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like,
Tron's still out.
Injuries are popping up, and we're not playing consistently
Still
well.
Palmer.
Still no Palmer. Yeah. And then we got some games coming up that are we got Tampa Bay, we got Houston, and we got some tough defensive games coming. Like tough games where defensively, these are good teams defensively, right? Like Tampa's good defense, Houston's really good defense. Boy, I don't know. How does this offense respond to really good defenses now? I mean, that's a good question.
It's week to week with this offense. You have no idea what you're getting.
Yeah.
Coleman has been getting open. Maybe not today, but throughout the season.
We're
watching different stuff.
Yeah, I think we are watching two different things. I'm not saying he hasn't gotten open at all. I don't think Mike is saying that either. But on a consistent, like being consistently open, or at least being more consistent in getting open, has not been the case at all.
Matter of fact, I think Steve Smith did a whole show breaking down how you couldn't get open.
Yeah. He even the ones that he makes catches seem like they're always contested. Like they're
Callie.
Always.
Yeah. Sorry, Callie. Don't be a prisoner of the moment, brother.
No, Callie's upset. I get it.
I'm saying just don't be a prisoner of the moment. It's not as bad as we all think it is. It's never as good as we think it is. This week, yes. If they played the way they played today, the rest of the season, I would, I'd give it to you. But we last week we played well, so it's a week to week thing with this team.
I will say this though, and the only difference is, Mikey, and I get where you're going with it. Like I understand that, but the only difference between years past with this team is when we gotten those bullshit losses behind us, we've usually responded well and went on a run. And we just lost to a 2-7 team after we thought we got that behind us. We normally don't do that. Normally, we go on a nice winning streak. If we lose one, it's against a really good team. I'm just saying, go back in time, right? When's the last time that you recall us, after the bye week, bouncing back from some losses, getting back on track, and then we lose to a shitty team? It really hasn't.
We did that a couple years ago when we had to chase down Miami. We were 6-6 at one point.
We went on but we went on a run. We lost to Philly, and we went
later on,
8 of 9 games.
When we came back off, after losing those 2-game losing streak, we went and lost a couple of really bad ones still too.
I don't recall that. Are you sure about that? Okay, I could swear we only lost like one game. That was the Philly.
No. Yeah, after that Philly loss, but before that, like we thought we had gotten past it earlier in the season, and then that's why everyone was like, "Oh my God, is this the same Bills team?" And then we went on that run to chase them down. But earlier in there, we lost too early, like we do every year, and then we came back and we just lost stupid bullshit ones. Like, it was just
I don't. I have to go back in time. I don't recall.
Well, wasn't that when we lost to Denver on the field goal?
That was but that was that was when we fired. That was way early, bro. We fired Dorsey. That was like week 5 or something like that. So we that's a good question. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. But if you go back and look, didn't we did we almost lose to the Giants, or did we lose to the Giants? I can't remember.
We beat the Giants on bullshit. Remember, this should have been pass interference.
Yeah.
So to go back on that, just a heads up, it was week 9, it was week 10, okay? We lost to Denver 24-22. Then we beat the Jets. And then we lost to Philly, and then we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. So we won 6 out of 7 after that Denver.
Okay, loss. So it wasn't week 5 that we fired.
No.
Okay.
No, it was week.
But
week
before
10.
that, so we lost 2 earlier in that season, right? And then we had won a couple, and then we lost that bullshit one. And then,
Yeah, so we
won, then we lost, and then we won a bunch.
But we didn't lose another bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, so we lost. So
I get the whole
early.
Thing. I'm just trying to figure out my timing. I'm not.
So
crazy.
that season, no. So that season, the games that we lost early on, the games we should have won, was the loss to the Jets week 1, which you recall that, right? That was the Aaron Rodgers thing. I'm pretty sure that was the one. And then the Denver one. We lost to Cincy the week before. But the Denver one was the team we should have won. And then we lost to Philly. That's it after that. That was it. So I'm just saying, like, right here, moving forward in our schedule, we got the Buccaneers, you got the Texans, you got the Steelers. Those are all
good teams.
Decent team. Right, yeah. Even the Bengals have a good offense. Now, shitty defense. But once again, I have no idea. Then at Patriots, I mean, the way they're playing right now, and then we're at their home. You got at the Browns, which they're a good defensive team, crappy offense, but still home against the Eagles, and then home against the Jets. I would think we would win against the Jets, but are you telling me the rest of the way is a breeze? I mean,
no, I'm not saying it's a breeze.
I'm not even a breeze, but I mean, Buccaneers, Texans, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots. All those games there, except for maybe the Browns and the Jets, and then we got the Eagle. I mean, I
just say you
dude,
split
Mikey,
them.
that's tough, man.
If you split them, right? We probably still
even
make
if you
it
split
in.
them. So we got how many games we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 8 games left, right? Then I'm counting right.
Yeah.
Correct? 1.
So
okay.
so say we split it. That puts us at 10-7.
It puts us at 10-7.
Probably makes the playoffs.
It should, but I got to look at the rest of the league, in the AFC. But you're right. Normally, typically 10 wins does. And that's what we got to hope for. But at this point, like I said, Mikey, it's what if you lose to the bad team, right? What if you lose one more and you don't split it? What if we in 9, right? Then that's a wrap for this. Ain't no playoff. That's my concern.
Yeah, Triggs, we can agree to disagree on this. I don't believe trading a 2026 first for Waddle changes the outcome. I don't. If you believe that one, does it help? Of course it helps. Having an elite guy, does it change what we're going to do and how we're going to do it? I don't believe so. And we've argued about this all year, and nothing I have seen from McDermott and Bean and the front office and the coaching staff tells me they're going to change their stripes. They are who they are. So
I know, but my only,
I'm done arguing it. I'm done arguing it. I'm just saying.
I get my only counter. I get it. My only counter to that is we don't really know because we don't have a go-to guy either. You don't know that. I mean, I can't really. I mean,
we could say that about if we did make the trade and it didn't work out. We could say, well, we wouldn't have known if we didn't make the trade. I mean,
right. I mean, exactly.
What if we didn't lose Michael Hoyt? What if we didn't do this? Like,
well, that's a big loss. I told people that's a loss.
We can play that game all day long. It's just
but Hoyt is not a thing that Bean had any say on. That's just an injury. He had a say here. He had an option.
Okay,
that's a difference. I'm Mike. You know that an injury has nothing to do with a trade. I told you how I feel about it,
and
I just don't know how you don't think a player or two could help. Of course they could. Helps all the time. Helps every team out.
I don't think that it wouldn't help us. I told you during the draft, or during the last show, I would have made the deal.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is watching today's game doesn't make me feel like, if we have Jalen Waddle, he's going to make a difference.
Maybe not.
I just don't feel that way.
I have no idea.
You guys do?
I got
great. I don't.
Yeah. Well, then that's a then that's a problem. I get where you're going, and if that
problem
is
the guy at the head.
I get
He's
you.
Not
well, I
change
also
the way he wants to. Play the game.
I think Brady's a problem too, bro.
Brady's a problem. McDermott's a problem.
Yeah, because look, I'll say this about it. Even if you're, and I know you're right, by the way, I agree with you about McDermott wants it this way, and this is the way it's going to be ran. But even with that being said, it's your responsibility as an offensive play caller then to go, okay, I'm going to make it work, right? That's your job. And I feel like with Brady is we've seen flashes where, okay, yeah, this is what you want. I'm going to do it. And it's looked good. Hence 2 weeks in a row, where he's gotten Kincaid involved. He ran the 22%. And then today, he starts off with way different. Force the ball to Keon. Right? We don't run it right away. We don't get James Cook even running until third down, or I don't even know if you ran it in that first series.
Running up the middle. Why weren't we throwing the toss that we normally throw? It's like we kept trying to run it up the middle all day.
Yeah, but that's what I mean about his inconsistency as an OC is I think it's one of his weak spots as an offensive coordinator. And I think like that's a major problem. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to, and now, of course, like I said, with the injury, we don't know how bad it is with Kincaid, but now where do you go? You get what I mean? Like, okay, now can you still run a 22 personnel without Kincaid? I mean, I guess you can, but now you got to rely on Dawson Knox to be that weapon that Kincaid was. And they're two different players. You know what I'm saying? So now what? Now who do you go to? Now you could scrap that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's out of the play until Kincaid gets back, right? Unless you get crazy and use Coleman as a tight end, which you're not going to do. You know what I mean? Put Coleman in Kincaid's spot, which would be interesting. I'm not going to lie, though they're not going to do it. I would at least try. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I at this point, I think you got to mix things up with Coleman. Clearly, it's not working, whatever you're doing. So try mixing up. Maybe you use him as a Kyle Pitts type of tight end / receiver until Kincaid comes back. Unless Kincaid injury is not.
I'd rather not even see him out there for right now.
Well, true. I'm with you. But I'm saying if you're going to call up Gabe maybe, and maybe you mix things up. I don't know how long Kincaid's out for. I guess that's the issue. Which you said, it didn't look good. He went out, he was right to the locker room. Never a good sign. We'll find out.
No bones. Don't let it ruin your day, brother.
Absolutely.
Don't let it ruin your day.
I'm trying my best too. I'm with you, Mikey. Yeah, I'm trying my best not to let this team.
Don't let the game ruin your day. Like,
yeah,
have your therapy session here. Say, get it out. Say what we need to say, but don't let them ruin your day.
Yeah.
Yep. Sophia with the super chat. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Let me hit you with that super chat. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna hit you with that.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we got a train. Oh man, tomorrow too, man. I gotta go on Dan Mitchell tomorrow.
I felt like that. We didn't need that.
We did.
I felt wrong to play the home train horn.
I did feel a little icky. Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw that the Jags are just blew the lead. It's 30-29 now. Houston.
Is it? Oh my god. Of course they did.
The Jets blew it too. They lost Jackson Dart to a concussion, and the Bears came back.
Oh, did they?
Daboll's about to get canned.
Yeah, and he should, and he probably should be. I think they've been patient enough, and also the GM needs to be fired if you're going to fire him as well. So they both.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, they both made poor decisions. By the way, can I mention our coach needs to be?
Yeah, it's not going to happen, guys.
It's not. I wish it would, guys, but this is the story of the McBean era, and unfortunately, it's the Allen era as well, which is tied in with the fucking McBean era, and yeah, I still believe slightly in Bean, but I'm not a happy camper with him this season at the same time. Like, I feel like the offseason, and it's not about just the trade deadline. I know I got a little frustrated with that, but I think it's more about just offseason stuff. I didn't mind the draft, but went very, very heavy. Didn't really get a receiver till 7th round, which was pointless. Guy's not even on the team. Got all butthurt on a radio show about the receiving room. And then here we are today where we have receiving problems. And it's not just receiving problems. Mikey's right. It's not about just the receiving room. We have issues all across the board. We have an
offensive problem.
We have and
we're either clicking and we're on, or we're off. There's no in between.
Right. And I gave up on the defense a while ago, guys. And I told you guys that. And it's sad that I say that, and I shouldn't.
We got a
But
defensive head coach.
because,
You
yeah,
gave up on
just,
the defense.
yeah. Look, I'm a believer in this like I said a million times. The offense has to get going. That's the only way in hell this team's going to somehow get to a Super Bowl. And if they're not, this is it. Right, Mikey? This is the result you get.
Yeah.
Right. And the losses that we've had this season, Mikey, are very similar. Today we lost
turnovers.
we lost 30-13. I mean, we got our ass
we get down
today.
we get down by 2 scores, and then we turn the ball over.
Yeah.
That's how the game script goes for us to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. When our offense is fine, we're good to go, right? Like, look at the wins, right? Like, so obviously, except for the Ravens one, but we scored 41. Scored 40. It took 41 points to win, right? In a comeback. We beat the Jets 30-10. We beat the Dolphins the first time, 31-21. Beat the Saints 31. But here we go. You lose to the Patriots, you only get 20. You lose to the Falcons, you only get 14. Now we're back on track. We win Panthers 40 points. Chiefs almost 30, right? We got 28. And here we go again, 13 points. You know what I mean? Like, this is like when our offense fails us, it's a wrap, Jack. Like, the defense is not going to hold up. The defense is not, they're not that type of defense. And like I said, Joe Marino said it best. They're not good at trailing. When we're trailing on the scoreboard.
That's not how we're built. We are
that's
not
how we're
built. Trail.
Not built to trail. So, and then of course the offense is almost, I feel like, it's not built to come back either. Because they want these slow, methodical drives that just absolutely kill us if we don't score. And then now we're really down. Like, this whole game, if you watch it, Mikey, you saw it. Like, you just kind of saw it like just it was like a slow death, man, this game. Like, it was a long drive, and then we fucking turned the ball over. Even the long drive that Cook fumbled was a long, like, it's going well, and then boom, right? Like, and then, that's it. Like, it's bad. When it's bad, it's bad. I gotta say, when this offense is bad this season, Mikey, it's horrendous. Like, it looks so bad. And nothing was in sync today either, Mikey.
We're not built to be a quick strike offense at all.
No. And I don't even know if I totally believe that, because when we go no huddle, when we go to kind of go up tempo, we could. It seems like we get down the field pretty quick. You know what I mean? But you're right. I mean, we still need to have the weapons, dude, for that, though. You still got to have those weapons out there. And maybe when Palmer gets back, blah, blah, blah. I mean, is he really the guy?
We did. We had the number 1 ranked offense going in. It didn't show up today.
No, it didn't. That's why I don't buy into the rankings. That's why I don't buy into the whole, I said it pregame, Mikey, like we were favored by 8.5 points. I'm like, and I knew it when I was doing my score prediction. I'm like, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't have us whipping them, because every time they have us like on these like big route games, we disappoint. Like, every fucking time.
Then we found out that there was gonna be no Benford, there was gonna be no Epinesa. Like, say what you want, Epinesa.
I forgot about Epinesa. Yeah, concussion.
Yeah,
got hurt tackling too. Was that the one that he get concussed out of it?
Hurt, Pat. Yeah. Cody, you're not wrong here. We've given up, allowed 173 times the running backs this year.
Oh, the run defense is terrible.
But we don't need a big guy in the middle to help stop the run.
Right. No. Run defense is terrible. What was the box score today?
I don't even
What did A-Chain get? Let me see here. I'm just curious.
He got 2 50-plus touchdown runs.
174 yards running. Jesus Christ. 174. You know what Cook had, fellas? 53 yards.
Cook had 13 touches. How does your second best offensive weapon only have 13 touches?
Because we fell behind. And
it doesn't matter. Throw him the damn ball.
Get it. No, I'm with you.
And that's a failure on Joe Brady.
Yeah, and look, Cook in the receiving game, 5 receptions, 24 yards. They did throw to him a little bit, but still not enough. But that was probably the most I think.
But all of them were check
year.
Down. Those were all check downs.
Yeah,
we don't have him running any routes.
So our receiving room, 7 receptions for Shakir, 58 yards, long of 24, which was at the end. Coleman 3 for 46 once again at the end. Kincaid 2 for 37. Knox 3 for 37. So we don't even have a guy crack 70 yards. We have 58 was our on a guy with 7 receptions too, 9 targets. Like that's a decent amount of receptions and targets, but still, it tells you everything right there. 58.
Everything's short.
Everything's short, bro. We're trailing. We're throwing 1 yard passes.
Yeah, Dan. We just signed him to an extension. He ain't going anywhere.
Nope.
What we do need to stop seeing is this fucking nickel defense if Toronto's not going to be out there. Asking Cam Lewis to tackle in the box was pathetic today.
Yeah.
Why didn't we have a third linebacker out there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the effort was just not there today at all. Even when we got it and we went for the 2-point conversion, all Shakir has to do is stick the ball out and he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Juan says we suck, by the way, my AFC East shakedown Patriots guy. I said
we definitely suck today.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, Vader. Waddle wouldn't work in Brady's crappy horizontal passing offense. You're not wrong. I don't think he makes the difference here. Like he should. Having that ability should make a difference. It's a guy who could get open, but
I got so many
wouldn't
messages.
be using him to his. Of course. Every time we lose, your thing gets full.
Yeah,
of
my phone. Jared tells me he just has no words and he lost all hope.
I'm with him. I think I texted you earlier. Like I'm done caring. Like I think I said it last week. I'm just along for the ride. Like to think we're going to win a Super Bowl with this team as constructed today, even if we traded and got Waddle, to think we're going to win the Super Bowl constructed is just.
I just
crazy.
really thought they were going to do at least a few moves. I didn't even think it was just going to be like a receiver. I honestly, because I knew that it wasn't going to be just about. I thought they were going to get at least somebody on defense, even if it was for free agency, something they would have, because we had a lot of injuries too. You know what I mean? I knew, the depth is even wearing thin, and I knew that, and that was a problem that I saw, and that's why I said, fuck it. If you're not going to do anything, try to do something, right? At least get some extra depth. It can't hurt. And we did nothing. And that was really, honestly, another frustrating for me point of this, because if you're trying to even get lucky and extend the season, and I mean, what is extra depth gonna do? It's not gonna hurt, right? Like, and now look, we're down to getting Bale Inspector, and who knows what we're gonna do now? Because now I'm sure, Mikey, we're gonna have to do some more call ups or another free agent visit from somebody. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm with you. I get what you're saying. I get where you're going, but yeah, it's frustrating as all hell. And they almost had me reeled back in after the 2 wins. I'm not gonna lie, they almost had me, because I even sent you last night a breakdown of the offense, the 22 personnel. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of okay. Maybe I'm buying into this. Maybe this could work. And then look, boom. And I like I said, my fear was them going away from it, and sure enough, they kind of did, and we got caught up, and then we couldn't catch up. And you're gonna hear it, I'm sure. You guys, if you guys watch Postgame, I don't watch the bullshit coach speak, but I'm sure you're gonna hear them say same bullshit that they always say, right? It's on me, blah blah blah. Like, we got to look at the film.
Not Bill standard, blah blah.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear.
Wish we had. Alan's gonna say, "Wish I had that one back." You're gonna hear that one.
I need to play better.
Need to play better.
And you're gonna hear McDermott not take any accountability for the defense and to put it all on the offense. It's just what he does.
Yep.
Cody comes in and says that 20-yard tush push fumble killed the game. No, what killed the game was the interception after driving all the way down in the second half. Was Cook's fumble. That just like was a drive killer as we were moving. But that after taking up 8 minutes of the first half and then throwing that pick in the end zone, this was the dagger. The tush push fumble was the dagger.
That was a dagger. But I think what started the ball rolling
was that,
to be honest, was the first 4th and 1. That fucking McDermott was a pussy. No balls, McDermott. And punted the ball, and what did that do? It did nothing. They went out,
drove 92 yards on his defense.
If they went and punted, like if we stopped them, defense was on point, Fine. You know what? It is what it is. But it didn't work that way. And once again, then that falls on McDermott then. But once again, though, I'll go back to it. You got 1 yard to go. You don't fucking trust Allen, who's pretty much gets that almost every time. Now you don't you can't trust your offensive line. You can't trust your
you
Josh
lined
Allen
up.
to get 1
you lined
yard.
up to throw the ball. They called the timeout.
Oh, that's the other play. I forgot about that. You're right. I'm not even talking about. Yeah. I'm talking about the. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first one where he punted it. I forgot about that other shitty 4th down where, dude, I totally forgot. Thank you. Where they call timeout last second, and even the commentators were like, "Oh, they were passing. So if they see it, I always say that if the commentators were seeing it because they're in the booth, damn well the defensive coordinator is seeing it too and going, okay, they're probably going to pass. So what do?
We go right back to it again.
We go right back to it again.
It was wild.
Right. It's craziness, man. It was kind of like bro, you know what it's reminding me a little bit, but even worse, the Patriots loss. Turnovers, very sloppy play, very uncharacteristic things that we were doing. But this was, I think, even worse. Even worse, bro. No points at half. Mikey, no points at half. I don't recall. When's the last game? 0 points at half? I don't really recall. When's the last game we had 0? I know we had 3, right, earlier this year.
2023, I think they said on the broadcast.
Was it? Holy shit.
It's been like 3 years. So 2022?
Yeah.
It has been like 3 years since we were shut out in the first half.
That's wild.
Robert said Josh Allen's responsible for this loss as much as being McDermott and Brady. I wouldn't disagree with that.
I would say he's definitely not playing his best football this year. I'm with you, but I also, Robert, in a way, I feel for the dude. I feel bad for the guy because they're not helping him, and I really truly believe the frustration is there with him. He's not going to say anything. You saw it in the losses earlier this season. Okay. You saw it in his face. You know it, right? You know that this is not his style play, guys. This is not what he wants. I know it. He's just not going to say it. But he's not happy with the way this offense is designed.
They're asking him to be Tom Brady. That's not who he is.
It's not who he is.
And they're giving Joe Burrow. That's not who he is.
Right. And they're not supplying.
He's a playmaking quarterback. Asking him to
with no playmakers.
And just ask him to stand in the pocket and not use what makes him special.
Right.
Is not right. However, he does have to execute better.
Absolutely, he does. Yeah, it is just like I said, Joe Brady. Hey, it is what it is. This is what they want you to do. You got to. You're the quarterback. You got to make it work, right? You got to make it work. It just sucks. I feel for the guy, but
Cody, at the same time, is it Josh's fault that we can't stop any running back?
Right. Yeah. It's a team game, bro.
If you want to put it, the offense's failures on Josh. Josh also can't block Bradley Chubb.
Right.
So,
he didn't force. He didn't make James Cook fumble the ball.
No, he fumbled and threw an interception.
No, I'm just saying. There's other.
He's part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to say all on him. It was a complete utter failure.
Today was a total team loss. Those are ones where we got to just wrap it up to. Nobody came to play. Yeah, nobody came to play.
If you can't beat a losing team away, you're not even considered a playoff team. Okay, Chuck.
I mean,
I've watched really good teams lose. I get the frustration.
Yep. I'm with you on the coach, though. The coaching. The McDermott is who he is. There's no changing. The problem is, though, Chuck, and where me and Mikey have just
given up.
Just said, fuck. Yeah, kind of given up and just kind of. I mean, I'll still hear and Eric complain because it's so annoying, but the fact remains that he's not going anywhere, and we just have to kind of, as Bills fans, because you're not going to stop. At least I'm not. Right? I'm a Bills fan, diehard Bills fan. I'm never going to stop rooting for this team. So I gotta keep watching because my passion is football and the Buffalo Bills. So I can't stop because I hate the coach. You know what I mean? So all I can do, and Mikey's saying it too, is we just got to hope for the best. We can't go into Bagul's office and force them to make a change. So they don't care what we think. They could give a fuck about all of you guys complaining. They don't care if we all did a rally right now and met him in Buffalo with 1,000 Buffalo fans meeting him outside the airport. They
10,
don't care.
Picket signs saying fire McDermott. It's not happening.
The whole fucking stadium. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. So,
unless Josh walks into his office and says it's me or McDermott.
Right. Yeah. That's the only way. That is the only way. And I don't see that ever happening.
Yes, I agree with you, Triggs. Brady hasn't shown that he could use a number one receiver because we had Diggs and he couldn't figure out how to use him. I'll give you that. At the end of the day, if we fired Brady tomorrow, there is 0 people inside of our building that could run the offense.
Oh, I'm with you. And
guess what, guys? It doesn't matter who we bring in. Like, Brady's going to leave at the end of this year and go get a head coaching job somewhere, whether it's in the NFL or in college. He's going to be a head coach next year, so he's going to be gone regardless. But expecting McDermott to go and get something different is just, hope on your side because he doesn't do it on defense.
Right.
He won't do it on offense.
So I agree and disagree with the take there on Triggs. Only reason I say that is because Brady has worked with number ones before, and he's worked with them. No, I know,
player that we wanted,
but
phased them out.
But to what you said though, that lies maybe more on McDermott telling him this is what I want you to do. So that's I guess that would be my rebuttal. So that would be, I don't know if that necessarily is the case because Brady has worked with number ones and made it work well. But maybe McDermott,
and
exactly.
Even in Carolina, Moore was still really good.
Exactly. So maybe because of the system, it's kind of just he's forcing himself to doing something that he's kind of maybe not comfortable with. That's what I keep saying about that whole comfortable thing, and that kind of lies on Allen too. Like, you're forcing them to be something that they're not, or not really. That's not what they do best, and they're not. I don't know how you can expect them to be at their best doing something that they're maybe not comfortable with. You know what I mean? Or playing outside their comfort zone in a way, because like we said, this isn't what Allen is, and I don't know if necessarily this is what Brady is. I think this is Brady said to McDermott, or McDermott said to him, "This is what I want." And I think Brady, because he's a young guy trying to prove himself and trying to get up the ranks or get a head coaching gig, whatever, said, "I can do it. I can make it work. Yes, sure, no Diggs, no problem. Like, I could make everybody eats, and this is what I want." And fine, you know what I mean? He sold McDermott on that, and or at least said he told McDermott he could do it, and that's why I think Brady got the gig ultimately, and I think that's why he got the extension to stay as OC.
Yeah, I want to talk to Cody here for a second.
Yeah,
Brady's not the reason why Josh doesn't want to stay in the pocket. Brady's not the reason why Josh pump faking wide open people just to lob up dumb ass interceptions. It's all in 17. First off, Josh not staying in the pocket it is Brady who's scheming up the offense. So if you're trying to block 6 with 5, the math doesn't compute. So, and then when it's 5-on-5 and your offensive line loses, Josh tries to escape. So to say, Josh doesn't want to stay in the pocket. Yes. Does he leave the clean pocket sometimes? Absolutely. Does he run into sacks sometimes? Yes. But to say pump fakes, on 3rd and 7, pump faking a 3-yard route to try to throw a 9-yard route, and it's a dumb interception. Okay, like how many dumb interceptions has Josh thrown this year that where he pump faked a short one, the guy was open, to try to go longer? 2?
Yeah, I don't think.
If you want to put this all on 17, you got to fan the way you got to fan, but I don't agree with your take on this at all.
Yeah, I think you're being a little harsh on him, but we're kind of slightly agreeing with you with a little bit. But
used to seeing Josh make up for those mistakes, and he's not this year. He hasn't been able to erase those mistakes this year.
He hasn't.
Or the line, and people are mad at Josh, and that's fine.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
he's not playing his best ball, that's for sure.
He's not. So I get the frustration when it comes to that, but. Once again, I tell people all the time, and Cody, I'm not singling out, but it's not just you, but I tell people all the time, sometimes you got to stop focusing in on one particular player and kind of just dial it back, your lens, that is, and look at the big picture and see what's going on, because it's not just about Josh and what he's doing wrong out there. And once again, I'm not saying he can't do better, but there's a lot more to it. That's the reason why this offense is flat. And it really starts with the head coach down to Brady, down to even the players on the field. It's just not, it's not working. This system that they want to have so badly work isn't effective enough. And when defenses hone in and stop the run, it really isn't effective. It's not. That's when we really get in a bad situation. And that's where I feel like even if we make the playoffs, which we should, I think, when we go against these better defenses in the playoffs, we're in some trouble. Like, I don't know how we get away from this, because once let me tell you, these teams aren't stupid. Like, these teams are going, okay, this is how the Bills offense works. This is how you shut them down. We've seen now 3 games where if you shut Cook down, or at least control the run attack, they are just not effective on offense. And I think that's what they're going to do. Defenses are going to really attack us on the run game moving forward, and I think they should. That's how you beat us, and that's how you slow this offense down.
Yes, that's how you slow the offense down. That's not how you beat us. How you beat us is you run the ball on us.
That's it.
Because honestly, we're built to beat Kansas City, because Kansas City doesn't run the ball.
Kansas City doesn't run the ball. Yes, correct.
So we are, yeah. So the teams that we've lost against badly in Miami and in Atlanta just ran the ball down our throat. They were able to slow down our offense enough to build up a lead, and then they strangled our offense, because we don't have that quick strike, big play guy outside of James Cook, who they're bottling up on.
Well, that's my point. I mean, that's kind of my point.
We don't even scheme it up to take those shots, really.
We don't even have an effective play action, to be honest with you. I mean, it was working the last 2 weeks a little bit on the 22 personnel. I thought it was really schemed up well. We got Dawson Knox last week on that 30. Kincaid was starting to really get get going there. But once again, though, the inconsistency of play calling, of that happening, Kincaid now being out, dude, I would welcome him back. But there's
zero chance that him and McDermott will ever work together again.
Never, ever, ever. And McDermott would never want a flashy OC here anyways. Doesn't want fun ball here. He doesn't want those kind of play callers.
He has zero killer instinct, McDermott.
Oh, zero. Yeah, he did zero. There's not there. The only time we ever take chances is when Josh is pretty much, like you saw earlier in the game, when Josh was making that crazy. He made that crazy play where he's just scrambling all over the place, and he made that. I think that was the drive where he threw the interception actually at the end in the end zone. But I think that was the drive, right? So,
yeah. Bills fever, you're not wrong. That's basically what Tommy's been saying this whole time. They've neutered this passing game.
It's how you,
and it doesn't even look anything close to what it looked like last year.
Nothing,
which is wild. Because technically,
with a better receiving group,
like on paper, we have more talent in that room now than we did then, which is wild to me. Which
tells me that either Brady took a step back as an OC a little bit there, or McDermott even wanted things even tighter, like as far as the offensive game plan goes, like even more rushing the ball and slower drives, methodical drive, whatever. But it is odd that we seem like we are a little bit more in sync with a lesser wide receiver room, in my opinion, than this year. And boy, I don't know what to tell you, Mikey. I'm kind of lost at words. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm lost, man. It should not be this bad. I mean, we're not. Those guys are not that bad, right? I just don't. I know I've seen Elijah Moore play. I've seen Curtis Samuel play, but way better. Like, this is it's kind of surprising to me how poorly they've been here. How terrible they've looked since arriving in Buffalo.
I mean, it took us almost an entire half to get Shakir even in the game.
I know.
Like, that should never happen.
Never. I just don't. I'm lost for words, man. Like I said, seeing. Like I said, look at the Rams, man. The Rams are just Rams, Lions, man. They got weapons. These quarterbacks, and
just go look at what's happening in New England.
Even New England,
they don't have a ton of weapons, but Jesus, McDaniel's
They open it up for him.
game plan is great.
Great. Yeah. He knows how to open it up for everybody. He knows how to call a good, he knows how to script a game, meaning
and scheme guys open
and scheme thing exactly for each game. It seems like, right? So that's where maybe Brady's downfall is maybe this year too. He's just not doing that well enough. I don't know, but it's just I don't know what to think, man. Like I don't know. Like I said, Callie asked me prior. Callie Blitz said, will you hit the panic button if the Dolphins beat the Bills today? That was obviously pregame. And I said, I might, because we typically kind of go on a roll after the bye week, start getting things right, and we figure things out. We start kind of playing better football after the trade deadline and all that. And getting smoked, not only losing today, Mikey, getting worked. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point where I might have to hit it because I don't know anymore what's a winnable game, and I've never said that before. I've always looked at the schedule like, yeah, dude,
it's at 6 and 6
season.
6 and 6. We didn't think we were like, I'm not sure we won another one.
That was a while. That was 20. That was a while ago,
and 2 years ago.
I'll give you that.
2 years ago, we're like, we're not sure we're going to win another game.
I guess it's been 2 years, 3 years. It's still a while ago. It's still a bit ago, and I get that, but this year feels a little different. I got a little different. Feels a little different.
They either look really good or they look really bad. Cody comes in with the super chat. We appreciate you, Cody. Brady this, McDermott that. It's on 17. Okay, you fan the way you need to fan, Cody. We can agree to disagree on this.
Yeah, and I'm still hitting that Bills train horn for you because he did hit the super chat.
Like, if you really think Josh Allen is holding this team back, I'd be scared to see what this team looks like without him on here.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not holding the team back. I mean, but I understand. Once again, I think everybody sees things differently, and that's okay. That's what that's what this is all about when we come on here. Like, Mikey doesn't always agree with me, and I don't agree with Mikey sometimes. Like, it's fine, and we're not really arguing too much with you about it because Allen is at fault as well with this. But to Mikey's point, no Allen, this team is a 3-win team. So take it for what you want, but we definitely need Allen, right? So
everyone eats a low-calorie diet.
Right.
That's a good one.
Jeez.
First quarter cooked us with the turnovers. The turnovers kill us. Listen, the games that we've lost is because we've lost the turnover battle.
Yeah, they were.
You can't turn the ball over and win.
Yeah.
Especially this year's team.
Yeah. We got a super chat coming in. Let me hit that real quick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Allen was ass, but the wide receiver room is absolutely atrocious. Why the heck did McDummy design an offense like we have Alex Smith? My God, we should have multiple Super Bowls and just wasting away. It's over. Beans a
good one. I like that. Alex Smith. That's kind of a good take there a little bit. Yeah. I mean, Alex Smith was a game manager. I mean, absolutely he was. Mm-hmm. Especially his last year in Kansas City. That's how they want him to be, really, just to kind of get Mahomes ready for his role to start to take over. But yeah, I mean, the way Allen's being used is he's not going to say it, and I know, obviously, but Mikey, I think, agrees that you could see that he's frustrated. Like, his body language tells you a lot, and Allen does. You can see it in his facial expressions. You can tell this is a different Allen, and he kind of hinted at that earlier in the season, guys, when he said his grandma had to tell him he's not having fun out there. When the fuck did Allen ever say something like that in years past? That that somebody had to tell him, "Hey, go out there and you know what's going on. You're not having fun out there." Like, that's to me, and he admitted it. Like, basically saying, "Yeah, I need to." That's, to me, tells a lot. And I know people kind of don't read into stuff like that, but to me, that's a sign that he's not pleased this year, right? Why say it? Why bring it up? Clearly, you weren't, right? So I don't know, man. I don't think he's happy. I really don't. I think he's just going through the motions.
I need to ask a question because everyone's talking about not making a move. Would you have been happy if we made a move and it was Vaughn and Deebo Samuel?
I heard about that trade.
I mean, everyone's mad that
they
didn't make a move. Just say that was the move. Would everyone have been happy and stopped blaming?
Okay. So
or were they mad that they didn't get Waddle because it came out today? Or
I think
Quentin.
that hurt. Yeah. So I think that one stings a little bit. That came out today, but my whole thing. Let's say if that doesn't even come out, I think my point was, and you disagreed, and I get it. I understand. Was if no deal could have been made for a needle mover, then at least for me, at least try to pick up some extra depth, knowing that you have a lot of injuries right now. You have a lot of guys that are out for the season. You have two of them actually, Ed Oliver and Michael Hoyt. And then what happens if these guys that are on the depth, these guys that are, what if these guys get banged up? Which wouldn't be like, shocking because look, it's already happening. Landon Jackson probably out for the season, I'm guessing, with an ACL or MCL. So there goes another edge, right? So why not at least give up a 6th or 7th if there was a player available? Now, mind you, I don't know who else was available out there, but there could have been, and we don't know. And yeah, I wouldn't have hated it, right? So that's, I guess, my only counter to that. But of course, Mikey, hearing today that we had an opportunity and you just didn't want to give up next year's draft pick instead of 20. I mean, that
it was both of them. He didn't want to give up both the 1st and the 3rd, and next year, and that's what they wanted.
I heard it was the 2020. He wanted to wait till.
He wanted to wait until 2027 because they wanted a 2026 3rd. Yeah. And he offered a 2027 first. They wanted a 2026 first and 3rd.
Exactly.
So he didn't want to give up. He didn't want to give up both picks.
I don't get it though. I would have done it. It's to me.
I wouldn't have given up both of those
because now you got Waddle though, but now you have him.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. Maybe he looked at it and said, "Listen, we wouldn't be using him. Like we had Stephon Diggs here and we couldn't figure out how to use him in this offense. Maybe he realized like this just wasn't worth it.
Well, I'll tell you what. The only way around this is you better draft. You better get a receiver in a draft, the 3rd round, 2nd, 3rd round. You better.
He's not gonna.
If you don't,
he's not gonna. He's gonna go out and he's gonna sign a wide receiver 3, and he's gonna go on WGR and tell everyone they're dumb.
Yeah. My question is, what's the next move here with all the injuries popping up?
I would, Kevin. I hope you're right. I hope we go sign both of those guys. Why would it hurt us?
Oh yeah, see. That's what I mean. What's the next move? I'm glad you, Kevin. That's great timing. I say that. I'm not even looking. Perfect timing. Like, are these moves that should probably be made because you're at a position right now where what are we 6-3?
We had Dane Jackson on the field today.
Yeah, right. You're 6-3 with some tough games coming up. Right. This is probably the toughest part of our schedule right here. I don't know what game's winnable or not winnable at this point, and they have to be feeling the same way with the amount of injuries. What is it going to hurt by going out and? By the way, and it's not even like they cleared up space, Mikey. It's not like they made any trades and went over the cap. They have a little bit of money to do something. So go out there. If you feel like this season is salvable, you could still be salvaged, right? Like there's still something left, right? If you don't, then listen. If they don't do anything, to me that just tells me they're thinking, even if we get Asante, it's not gonna do anything. You know what I mean? It's not gonna provide.
Well, it's gonna take him X amount of time to learn the playbook.
I get that, but hey,
I'm just saying,
Sauce went right over. It happens. You know what I mean? Like learn.
Yeah, but Lou Anarumo's a competent defensive coordinator who will figure out a way to simplify his defense so the guy can go out there and do it. Like you heard Rasul Douglas come in and say, "I didn't know the playbook until the offseason. Jordan Poyer just told me where to be."
I get it, but sometimes, well, you know what though? That has to be that way. If you're that banged up,
have
you're
you
gonna
met
have to
your head coach? Who, if you don't know,
I've never met him in person, but I know.
Okay, have you watched your head coach through the 9 years he's been here? If someone doesn't master his system, he doesn't put him out there.
I think you still could. I still think it's worth a shot.
Me too. Can't be any worse than Dane Jackson walking out there and giving up a touchdown right away.
Wilkins, I have no idea his injury status, so that one I would love him here if he was healthy. I have no idea. So that one I'm not gonna really, say either way because I don't know where he's at.
At this point, if
healthy,
if he's a body, it's better than Mathis out there.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm with you. But
if he's 70%, he's better than Mathis.
Oh, absolutely. And if they're both willing to do a 1-year prove it deal or whatever, or just want to, get on maybe a playoff roster and just sign that decent, a cheap kind of contract.
But they should.
I think, who I think maybe would, you know what? I'll take that back. They might both because both players. I'm
saying we won't.
Oh, I know we won't, but I'm saying as far as cheap contracts, I think both would do it because both has something to prove. Meaning, and they're both still young. So if let's say Wilkins was healthy enough to return, I do believe he has to get his name right again. And by coming on a team and showing that he still could play and be good in the locker room, he could get possibly a bigger contract for some more, another team after the season. Same with Asante, right? He's coming back from an injury. Right. So he has to prove that he belongs still, that he can make some, you know what I mean? So I think
they're going to want to play. And I don't know if when Christian's out there and Max is out there, Sante won't see.
Yeah.
So I don't foresee him. But I'm saying with Max continuing to get better and better, I don't foresee that Asante signing here because he won't get on the field. Now,
maybe not, though.
Wilkins. Well, if you were him and you could go somewhere where you can get on the field, or are you going to go to a team that you may or may not get on the field?
It all depends on what he's looking at. If he's
most
looking at going to playoff team,
play. Most of these guys just
true. I mean, it depends. I mean, honestly, it depends. I don't know the guy, so I don't know what his motive is. But I get what you're saying. They want playing time, and he feels like he's a starter, but maybe not. Maybe he would be comfortable in a role where he's coming back from an injury. He wants to kind of ease his way back, and he doesn't want to just step on the field and be the guy right away.
If you want to go to a playoff team, go to Pittsburgh.
No, I'm just saying, as far as starting wise, maybe a Sam or a guy that's hasn't played football in a long time, doesn't want to be just thrown in the mix.
They need secondary help really bad. Matter of fact,
they do.
Matter of fact, his list that came out are everywhere except Buffalo for contenders.
I heard that. Yeah, so that can maybe scratch it out, but whatever.
And Prison Mike, throw that fucking end around play out of the playbook.
I know.
Burn that shit.
We keep trying. It's a failure every fucking time.
Just burn that fucking play.
At least we didn't fumble on it. But yeah, it doesn't work. Jeez. Rams working the 49ers.
The Giants game in 2023. Thank you.
Yeah,
when we were shut out in the first half.
Oh, was it? That was the shutout? Yeah, we wound up winning that game, but barely.
Yeah. Turnover, those turnover drivers where we're moving the ball, especially in the first two, we went field goal range at least. Yeah. Turnovers kill you, man. You can't do it.
Nah, you can't have turnovers, yeah.
Playing against Bummer. They looked flat today. Looked like they didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
It really they just did not want to be there at all.
It just seemed like they were going through the motions. Let's just get this game over with. I hate that. I hate when teams go do that. Play flat. And they just got down and they just seemed like they just also too, I got to say too, it seemed like no urgency either. Like there was just no urgency when we were down. Like it took a while for them to go kind of no huddle and get things kind of going up tempo.
They let 30 seconds run off the clock to end the quarter.
Before, like, when do they ever, like, they don't do that often either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's odd.
We can hope, Kevin. I mean, I just can't see McDermott being willing to bring him back, but
they don't like each other.
Jesus, that'd be great. Like, bring back to that offense.
Yeah.
But that means Dable would also be yelling at them to put receivers in the room.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I still prefer him to call it. I'm not gonna lie.
Was McDermott calling the defense today? Because they didn't show any pictures of him with the thing over his face.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see. I have to go back.
The problem wasn't the defense today. They held up for 3.5 quarters. They fell apart at the end.
We didn't put them in good positions either.
The offense was
the 98 yards kind of unacceptable, but
that's going to randomly happen.
I get it. How when they give up 16 in the first?
It was 16 through the first three quarters.
They weren't the best today either, Mikey.
For this defense, if they're going to hold them to 16 in the first three quarters and your offense can't do anything.
Yeah, they did good against the pass. They did give up a couple deep passes to Waddle. I don't think Waddle destroyed us 84 yards, but the run defense was horrendous again. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, you're not going to win if you can't stop. If you're letting teams run for you, gash you like that. And now, mind you, he did have some late runs that were later in the game, like you said. We kind of controlled him a little bit early on, but either way, he still allowed 174.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, in the fourth quarter, he had 2 50-yard runs.
Yeah, which is crazy, right?
Raven for Life says Brady's not getting no head coaching job. I would not count out Cincinnati.
Me either. Being how familiar he is with the receiver there,
and the fans don't like Brady, but the NFL really does, and they talk highly of him. Like if you listen to a lot of people who are around the NFL and the inside, like the insider stuff, like the people really like him.
And I don't think it would be
I think he's
similar,
super innovative, and he's one of the better offensive coordinators. And the fans don't like it because we've watched what this offense went from to what it is now, and we're not fans of it.
I don't think it would be a similar offense too. I think he would obviously.
If he went and had Joe and T and Chase, you'd see him open it up.
Yeah. He's not doing what he's doing.
He's not running this short, quick passing game. That's for damn sure.
No.
Mark, I get what you're saying, but that's never going to happen.
Not for a while, that is. I mean, we're going
to have to miss the playoffs a couple times. Yeah.
Couple years. Yeah, it'd have to be at least 2 years. And even then, I think there would be some type of excuse where maybe Pagula lets us slide another year. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Like, because I already hear it from some fan. You know how we do. Injuries, right? Like, it's Beans at fault if we, so now we're like at the point where we're blaming different people. Right?
Just
Josh
a
Allen.
It's a team failure.
Right. It's an ultimate. The team. Today was a team failure, but I think this season, like in a whole, I think it's more to blame on the construction of the team in the offseason, and then not understanding that it's not working early on, and then at least maybe trying to do things differently. And they're just sticking to their guns. And I mean, playbook, I'm talking
stubborn.
I'm talking about just not making any moves and the deadline. I'm talking about everything. They're just stuck in their ways, and we know this, Mikey. This has been a thing with the Buffalo Bills with McDermott. They have a goal, and that's what I mean about stepping outside the comfort zone. They have a goal in mind. They have a process, whatever you want to call it, where they're staying put. They're staying in the lane that they said they're going to stay in, and they're not taking any detours. And it's unfortunate because, once again, we're in year 9, and we're still talking about the defense having issues stopping their run. We're still talking about now the new issue is not our receivers. This is the second year in a row. Like, now it's funny, Mikey, because that wasn't a thing early on. Remember? Receivers were fine for a while, right? When we had Diggs and Beasley and,
Brown
even Gabe Davis
and Manny Sanders.
Right, yeah. Right. It was never a problem. What was the problem then? Running back, right? We need a good running attack.
And
then
no
we finally
offensive
get
line.
No offensive line. Then we get that, and now we have no receiver. Then we go away from receiver. It's like, my God, man.
It's never ending. Dan says, what's the team record if Josh is not the quarterback? We're probably a 3-win team.
3-4 wins max, and I'm being nice on the 4th.
But listen, if Josh isn't our quarterback, Bean and McDermott are gone.
All right, they're not even here. They're not. Yeah, they're. I would assume they're gone because they moved on quickly from Rex Ryan. And I hate to say it, but if Rex Ryan was our coach now with Allen, like let's say it was reversed, Rex Ryan would still be here. I'm telling you guys the facts. Like Rex Ryan would be your head coach right now, year 9, if it was the other way around, because we would still be a playoff team. It's just not how it is. Like this is what it is. We got McDermott.
Yeah. Sophie says we should have traded 2 first rounds and Coleman for Waddle. We could have got him for a first and third if we were willing to give it up next year.
Correct.
And guys, we're more than a Waddle issue, a Waddle being on this team away from fixing our problems.
Yeah. It's just what I would have felt. You know what it is, I think, Mikey? I would have felt a little bit more. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
You know why? Because I would have said, maybe,
at least
just
he took
maybe.
He took the swing.
Yeah, and maybe. Exactly. And maybe Brady opens it up a little bit now that we have Waddle. Like, that would be my hope, right? Like, I'd be like, okay, hey, maybe things change a little bit on offense now that we got a playmaker. But I guess that was my hope, Mikey. But we didn't even get the chance. We don't know.
They're already.
Yeah. I get
week,
it. I get it. And I get it. You know what? A lot of Bills fans, and I don't know if you're a Bills fan or not, but a lot of Bills fans probably going to agree that I don't know about 58-3, but they're going to probably agree that we
what
lose that
Bills
game.
team do you get? Do you get the one that showed up this week, or do you get the one that showed up last week?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem, and that's why I'm concerned. That's why I said, if we lose this game today, because I don't know if we, like you said, maybe in 2023 we were a little bit inconsistent early, but we went on a hell of a run though at the end too. We were scoring a lot of points, and we were doing our thing.
This is about the time in a week or two when we went on a run.
Yeah,
we're still a week or two away from where we normally
it was week
go
10.
on a run.
It was actually week 11. Week 10 we lost, and we went on a run after that. Yeah. So what are we in now? Oh yes, basically right now. So if we're gonna follow suit of
this is about where we go on our run. Mike comes and says we're gonna get waxed in the playoffs. Depends on what team shows up. If the team that showed up today, yes, we're gonna get run out of the building. If the team that showed up before that, then no, we'll be fine. Like what game script do we play?
Injuries too. I'm very curious where we're at with our players at that time. You know what I mean? Like who's healthy, right? Like I am super concerned about that as well. Like, dude, for as good as Bosa's been, it's. I'm like, Mikey, please, like, can this guy make it? Can he make it? He's always, I got the wrist.
He is
he's playing good.
Weapon. He's a weapon on defense.
And I
just need him to. But the problem is, we've lost so many guys.
I know. You can't even rest them. You can't even sit them. That's my point. Like, we have no, bro, Epinesa can't even stay healthy. He's getting concussion and Tehran and our playmakers. That's an even bigger issue, right? And then our depth is getting hurt on top of the guys that are hurt, that are key player. Like Mikey. It's all we can do is hope for the best, Bills Mafia. Hope for the best. Hope we go on a run and hope we get healthy, and then hope for the absolute best in the playoffs. Because this year here is probably one of the, for me, I don't know about Mikey, but this one doesn't feel right. And I've always pretty much felt good, except for that 2023 early on. And then once we went on the roll, I did feel good. But I even then, I was kind of, I don't know if this is bad. Like, I really feel this season's funky, man. I got to be honest with you. This one here doesn't feel right. I mean, I still think we're a playoff team. I still think we can get there, but something don't feel right, Mikey. I don't know what it is, man, but it just, something's off, bro. And I really, honestly, and I know all the Allen talk, I'll be honest with you. I think that's a big thing. I think Allen not feeling comfortable in the system, he's not going to say it, but maybe that is a bigger thing than we're letting on. Maybe his poor play because of, how we're designed this system.
He has said it.
Yeah,
if you read, he hasn't come out and said it, but if you read between the lines in his comments, he talks about how he's not comfortable in the system.
Right. And to me, man, if your main guy, your main weapon is not comfortable and
find a way to make him comfortable.
Right. And that's, I think, why this season's feeling a little bit weird to me, because I've never seen Allen so, like, at least body language wise, like, just not himself is weird, bro. Like, it's you kind of, I don't know. You just kind of see the writing on the wall maybe with this team this year that things aren't going to end well.
That's funny because
and
after last week, they were the Super Bowl favorites. After this
it's
week,
so funny.
It's a week-to-week league, brother.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Super
prisoner
Bowl
of the
favorites.
moment.
Yeah. It's not the prisoner of the moment. I've been feeling weird this whole season, to be honest with you.
No, I'm just saying in general, people don't be a prisoner of the moment. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as it looks. It's never as good as it looks. Steve comes in and said we're on the verge of having Josh have a fourth OC in 8 years. 3 of 4 would be gone because they suck. Daboll was the only exception. And Daboll wasn't the greatest. We were killing Daboll while he was here. Like the nostalgia for Daboll is wild now because people were killing Daboll when he was here too and wanted him gone. Here's the problem with having a defensive-minded head coach. You know, you're not going to have a system that stays in place. You're constantly going to have, and if they're not a CEO style like Dan Campbell, then it's even worse because McDermott wants what McDermott wants.
So you want to hear something? Another the cherry on top of today's loss. We're the only AFC East team today that didn't win.
Yep. Yep.
How embarrassing. So I got to next week do an AFC East shakedown show, and I'm the only loser on the.
It's going to happen.
Golly.
Chaz, I'm so lost. This makes no sense. Like, I am beyond lost when it comes to this.
Oh, my God.
Guys, we're not getting rid of Brandon Beane. If you're going to get rid of Beane, you might as well get rid of McDermott because Beane is
burn it all
is basically drafting the guys that McDermott's asked for or bringing guys in that McDermott's asked for. Like, that's his job. Align with the coaching staff and bring them in. Bringing in someone else doesn't fix the problem.
Yeah.
And if you truly believe they're going to bring someone else in and it's going to fix it, then you're not paying attention to the power struggle inside of Buffalo. It's McDermott and then everybody else.
Yeah, he is he's the puppet master, guys. He's the one holding the strings, bro. So I'm telling you guys right now, like
he has final say on the 53.
Guys, it's super, super rare. And I mean, it happens once in a while, but that a head coach hires a GM. It's usually the other way around. This is McDermott's team, however way you guys want to see it. McDermott calls the shots, though it shouldn't be that way. Shit, I wouldn't be shocked if McDermott wanted to be both GM and coach because he has that ego, to be honest with you. So, yeah, he's calling the shots. It's his team. He tells Bean what he wants. Bean gets the ingredients. So you can't, and I'm not saying don't blame Bean or don't, Bean's not, an angel here, but at the end of the day, Bean can only do so much, guys. He can only go out there and provide what the head coach wants, what fits in his system, and that's it.
Yeah, they're also throwing shots down the field to Mac Hollins. That's not what our offense is.
Nope.
Like we did last year. That's wild.
Yeah, it's odd.
The whole thing is wild. Like we have a bunch of super chats in here that we've missed.
Oh, we did? Okay, we'll get to them now. Let me
Thank
sorry
you very
guys.
much.
Damn, I didn't know he had 2, and that's 3 now. Jesus Christ.
Was it a torn ACL?
That's not good. I mean, is that what they're saying? I don't think they could say
I
that.
I haven't heard anything. They could fear a torn ACL, maybe. That's why people are feeling that.
I mean, he did go out pretty quick, so it's very possible.
Yeah, and the way he went down looks like it might have been that, but
he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah. That's a good question. He's super raw prospect that has a high ceiling, low floor, and we've missed on that one. But guess what? We missed on a lot of our DNs.
Passing Will Johnson, though.
Well,
you don't want to take a chance on that guy. No, I'm just saying, like, you don't want to take a chance on that guy, but you take a chance on fucking Landon Jackson.
They pass on Will Johnson so they can get Max.
No, I get that, but he still was available. You still could have got Max. You still could have got Max. You could have got both.
They weren't going back-to-back corner.
They went back-to-back defensive edge
Yeah.
years ago. So,
But
you know what I mean?
they rotate their defensive ends. They don't rotate.
No, I
their
know.
corners.
I'm just saying, like, still, Will Johnson was a top 10. Harrison was never a top 10, considered a top 10. And Will Johnson wasn't hurt last. That was the funny thing. He went in the year before to just go in there and clean things up. It had nothing to do with, they were just worried about his long-term on the team, but who gives a fuck about that? You got 4 good years out of the guy. I would have still took him over Harrison. I like Harrison. He's looking good. But today he got burned a little bit on a couple times, but I forgive him. I forgive him. Yeah, he made up for it, but I still think Will Johnson's a better player.
We'll find out.
Yeah. I mean, right now as we speak, he is.
Marino's Legacy. Thank you for the other super chat.
Oh yeah,
there's 2 more from him.
Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah.
Says our quarterback's a Hall of Famer, and look at the wide receivers. Bean should be embarrassed. Kelly was surrounded by Hall of Famers. Shame on Bean and McDermott.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Like, at least they knew how to build a roster around Kelly. I mean, like, and defense, by the way. Like those teams were stacked though. Those early '90s teams were stacked.
Trust the process. 8+ years. The process is over. I'm with you on that.
9, actually.
Yeah.
9. This is the 9th season. And I still count being a part of the 2017 because he was hired right after the draft. So technically he had say in 2017. I mean, he did. So this is his 9th season with McDermott. McBean is in 9 seasons. So it's the same result. It's the same pathway they're on, and it's just not. The results are not what we want as Bills fans. Like I said, we're going to be a good. See, my thing is this: are they going to leave here, Mikey, McDermott, and Bean at the end when all is this said and done, and just go, you know what? Hey, see what we did there? I was a winning head coach, and Bean can say the same thing, but us as fans are going to go, if they don't win a Super Bowl, who gives a fuck, right? But for them, are they going to be satisfied with that? You know, because I think they will be, because they're going to get a job right away.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. Bean's going to get a job right away. No one's going to pass up on their track record of being a winning organization while they're here. But for me, it's like, dude, that's not good enough, right? Like it was good enough in year 4. It was good enough in year 5 even. But dude, like by year 6, 7, 8, 9, you need to show something more. And if you haven't by then, I think you got to move on. You have to, but they're not. And that's my biggest issue. Because if it hasn't happened yet, Mikey, the chances are they're running out of time. It's very slim that something's going to, that all of a sudden things are going to turn around and we're going to win a Super Bowl, especially with the same philosophy and them not getting out of their comfort zone and changing how they do things. It's never, if they're not willing to do that, then these are the results we're going to get year in, year out. A good team that fails at the end.
Do you think that's the reason why Josh said what he said earlier about not having expectations anymore? He's like, what's going to happen is going to happen.
Yep.
Basically, I'm done banging my head against the freaking wall.
Yeah.
Because shit's not going to change.
Correct. I do. I think that's like you said. I think that's,
it was like, my wife said, don't, I'm more than just that. And obviously nothing.
Read between the lines, folks. Read between the lines. Just like the grandma comment. Why make the makes no sense of saying that if you weren't truly because you know what he could have said? Like, oh, my grandma thinks I'm not having fun out there. I told grandma I'm having a good time. Like, he could have played it off or not said anything. But to me, it's almost like a read between the lines, guys. Like, you see, I'm not really having a great time out there, right? Like, grandma had to tell me to try to be happier, right? My wife had to tell me it's not all about football. Like, what?
Because I'm like down in the off season because
right.
I can't.
Exactly, because I'm coming home, right? Fucking depressed, right? That they're not helping me, that I can't, and they're boxing me in, trying to make me something that I'm not. Yeah, dude, this is not normal. Josh Allen.
When's the last time you saw a quarterback sweep?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
We haven't run one at all this year.
Right. I don't know. I forgot even that play even existed. Right.
You know,
Forgot all about it.
you know, the coach, you didn't, you know, we just, it is what it is, guys. Like, it's not going to change. We have what we have, and it may have been malpractice. It may have been smart. We won't know until the offseason to find out what he does with those picks.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is what we have to look forward to. We don't know what team we're going to get week to week. So try to enjoy the ride, and just know when things go bad, Tommy and I will be here for some therapy.
Dude, I am so dreading tomorrow. I got 2 shows tomorrow, guys. So we're gonna get out of here, but I got 2 shows. I got one in the morning with Dan Mitchell at 10:30. That's gonna be a fucking blast. And you know TD is killing him right now, right?
Oh God,
yeah. And Dan's gonna get absolutely destroyed because he has like 4 shows to go on tomorrow, and then me and Mikey will be on here at 10. So yeah. And then we got to hear more. We got to talk about more of this team's failures today. So yeah, I'm not looking totally forward to it, but got to talk about it.
Appreciate that. Never been more excited about being called a tampon.
Right. Golly, man.
It's just it's wild. It's sad, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. Let's go finish watching some football. And you know,
I'll hit you guys.
Hope we're better next week.
I'll hit you with some real men of genius just to have some at least good laughs while we get out of here. Because today, I don't know if today was funny or not, but pathetic was what it was. All right, real men of genius, Mikey, coming up. Here we go. Yeah, Dan's gonna get it tomorrow, right?
Like, yeah, but probably because he was talking all that crap about how we were gonna mollywop him. I mean, even during the game. He was
was
super
he? I
confident.
Didn't hear him. Is he? Oh no. Yeah,
from what Vita says, like, even he thought it was in the bag at 13 when we were down 13-0. He thought we'd come storming back.
Then he's gonna eat
that one hard this week.
Yeah, he's gonna hear it he's definitely gonna hear it the whole week. They're gonna kill this guy, you know.
Yeah, Steve, I'm with you on that. They are. They've put him in a box. They put a governor on him for whatever reason.
Yep.
I don't get it, but okay.
Right. Neither do I, man. I don't. All right, you ready? Let's get these videos out and we'll get out of here. All right. First one. There's she here. I had one queued up. There we go.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Baseball Designated Hitter.
Mr. Baseball Designated Hitter.
Baseball's an intricate game of skill, strategy, and athleticism. Except for you. You just want the ball.
Want that ball now.
Our question, what's it like to be a professional baseball player who doesn't even need to own a baseball glove?
Your style.
Still, we'd rather see you at the plate than some pitcher with a career batting average of .001.
Couldn't hit a beach ball.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, sir, on the bench a lot. Because fielding, throwing, and running are overrated anyway.
Mr. Baseball Designated Hitter.
Bud Light.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, last one and we'll get out of here. Oh, man. Oh, Mikey,
disappointment.
Mikey. What a fucking shit show today was. Shit show, man. What can I say? All right, last one. What are we playing? Which one are we going with here? We'll go with this one, I guess.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Elastic Waistband Inventor.
Mr. Elastic Waistband Inventor.
Only you could engineer a pair of pants that reads our DNA and knows to expand at the precise moment we expand.
Love my magic pants.
Anyone can make pants that unbutton to make more room. but it takes real guts to make pants that fit 80 different sizes of guts.
That's a lot of guts.
Without you, we'd be forced to stop eating when we're full. Or worse, buy a bigger pair of pants.
Never!
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh wizard of the waistband. Because nothing puts a smile on our face like knowing you've had a hand in our pants.
Mr. Elastic Waistband Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
My dog.
Bob, the Bills got their bye week mixed up.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. Sorry, it had to be one of these types of post-game shows where we're just shredding the team, but they needed to be shredded. Honestly, everything that you guys said today, everything me and Mikey said is warranted. For the most part, this team needed to hear it, and they need to hear it more. And that locker room needs to hear it. And honestly, I think everybody needs to look in the mirror yet again for like the third time now and go, what can we do better? What can we do better to improve this team? So we'll see. Anyways, any last words, Mikey?
No, hopefully it gets better next week.
Yeah, hopefully it
Go
does.
Bills.
All right, guys. Go Bills. We're out of here. Bills Mafia, we love you. Go Bills. Peace.
Go Bills.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul